Okay, so this is going to be sort of an impromptu video because I'm trying to push myself to make more video content since I haven't been able to make as many videos as I had originally wanted. Because I originally wanted to try to make at least one video a week, which is a good way to try and grow your YouTube channel, but that hasn't been really been working out. So I'm gonna go a little bit more impromptu. I'm not. I have my camera set up. Well, no, it's not even a camera. It's my phone. I've been using this thing because I don't even have a proper tripod for my cell phone or something, which I've been thinking about ordering online, but I haven't wanted to commit to getting something like that unless I'm sure I'm gonna actually continue making videos, which has been a little in doubt. I mean, yeah, but well, let's see. But before that, I was just using this car appliance that I found in Rite Aid. So I wanted to try something where I didn't have to set this up because, well, it's easy to get it to clip in, but it's finding a place where I can attach it to that's been a problem, and because I've just been using this drawer thing because there's a lot of surfaces which this suction cup does not work with, and other than maybe tile in the bathroom, I haven't been able to find a lot of places for that to work, and now my arm's tired. You can tell this is my first time trying to do a video like this. Anyway, so the thing that got me into making videos like this has been watching shows like Screen Junkies and Screen Junkies Universe. So I wanted to do a video talking about the news, my take on the news anyway, and I don't really have anyone to bounce off of, which is the thing I really like about shows like that, but let's try this anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is Marvel came out with a press release today about Captain Marvel. Marvel. Let me just read a snippet that they came out with the press release. Marvel Studios has begun principal photography in Los Angeles, California on its newest film, Captain Marvel. The production is shooting in and around the greater Los Angeles area, which will also serve as the production base for the film. The production will also shoot on location in Fresno, California, as well as locations in Louisiana, including Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Okay. They announced the cast, which includes Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, Jimon Hunso, Lee Pace, Lashana Lynch, Gemma Chan, Algenis Perez Soto, Brune Tempta, McKenna Grace with Clark Gregg and Jude Law. I never thought about how hard it would be to pronounce names before making a video like this. I probably should have looked up the pronunciations for those, but oh well. The interesting thing about the casting news, because I already knew about Samuel L. Jackson, I might have heard a rumor about Clark Gregg, who plays Agent Coulson. This movie, obviously, we had heard about it taking place in the 90s, so these will be the past version of the characters. Samuel L. Jackson will have an eye, and Agent Coulson will be, he's still alive, technically, in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. verse, which, not verse, I mean, it's kind of separate, almost a separate universe at this point, but it's still technically part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so we'll say the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. He's alive there, but he'll be more alive here because it's in the past and he hasn't died yet. Yeah. Also interesting was Lee Pace, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy, along with, don't know how to pronounce his name, but it looks like maybe Jimon Honsu. Anyway, the guy who he played, what's his name? I wrote it down in a Google Doc, and now I'm gonna look at it. So unprofessional. So Okay, Lee Pace was Ronin, of course, Ronin the Accuser, and then Jimon was Korath, the one black guy at the beginning of the movie with trying to also get the orb on that planet with Star-Lord. So yeah, that's sort of interesting that they're including those characters. I don't know how they're going to play into the story. Also from the press release, they said they mentioned that in the short synopsis to the film, the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. So this really does sound like they're going to bring the Kree and Skrull war, the Skrull into the Marvel universe, and the Kree Skrull war. The war between the Kree and the Skrulls. So yeah, that's probably where we're gonna get Ronan the Accuser, because he's Kree. I'm not sure if Korath is Kree. I think I read somewhere that he is, but even if he is in the comics, I don't know if they'll have that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because I haven't been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since season 3. I don't know if they've shown us Kree that aren't blue yet. I know in the comics you have your blue Kree and then your pink-skinned Kree, which are basically just look like humans. So we'll have to see what they do with that. But yeah, I'd have nothing to say. It looks interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see what they'll do with that. I really wonder if we get more from Ronan the Accuser. I know a lot of people were kind of let down by him as a villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. Even James Gunn, the director, said that he didn't really do enough to develop him because, well, he had a lot of other characters to develop, and I think there were some deleted scenes of Ronan and stuff that got cut out, and so maybe they'll be able to do a little bit more with the character, especially give Lee Pace more to do, because he's a good actor. I really liked him in Pushing Daisies, back when that was on. I really liked that show. I wish it hadn't gone more seasons. There's just 2 seasons. Anyway, moving on, because I have nothing else to say about that. See, this is the part where, like, maybe someone else, if I was doing this with someone else, maybe they would say something and that would make something pop in my brain, but I don't know, like Captain Marvel. Okay, good, cool. I wonder what they're gonna do with those characters. Okay. Yeah, this is totally impromptu. I'm not, but let's talk about the box office. So, I'm getting my numbers from Box Office Mojo, in the evening. So it's not right in the morning. So it's pretty more definitive of what the box office looks at. Number 1, you have Pacific Rim Uprising, and its first weekend at 28.1 million. I don't know why it took such a long pause there. I'm trying not. See, the problem with having using my cell phone to film myself instead of a proper camera is that I'm looking into the phone itself instead of filming. I'm looking at it with the selfie camera. I can't think of a better word for it, but I'm looking through that so I can keep myself in frame most of the time, or at least try to, and I keep looking at myself because that's what I'm used to looking at, instead of where the camera is, which is right there. So yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm not that great at this, but whatever. Anyway, Pacific Rim at number one, 28.1 million. Black Panther at number two, still going strong. This is its 6th week. It was number one for 5 weeks. Only now just dropping down to number two. Made 17 million. Pretty decent. Not much to say there. It's already a success. Number three, some movie I haven't even heard of. I Can Only Imagine. Okay, I gotta look this up. Sherlock Gnomes is in at number four, also at 10.6 million. Tomb Raider at number five. And then you go down the list, the top 10: Wrinkle Time, Love, Simon. Apparently a movie called Paul, Apostle of Christ debuted. Number 8. Made 5 million. Sony put out a movie called Paul, Apostle of Christ. I Can Only Imagine. Okay, this was number 3 at the box office. Yeah, I haven't heard of this movie at all. I don't know. Dennis Quaid. Who put it out? And I don't recognize the studio either. Game Night is still in the top 10 at 9, and Midnight Sun debuted. Also another film I have not heard of. So the big 2 debuts this week was Pacific Rim Uprising and Sherlock Gnomes. Sherlock Gnomes coming in at only 10 million, which I don't think is that bad for an animated film. They typically don't have big numbers, but they typically run a lot longer. And usually they don't have as big budgets as the summer blockbusters. Pacific Uprising made 28 million. I don't know if that's good or bad for that kind of movie. Certainly not huge for a big blockbuster like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, I'm just looking at things now. I keep looking at the view instead of where the camera is. I'm sorry about that, but it's not like anybody's watching this anyway. So, Pacific Rim Uprising. So yeah, 28 million. Production budget is 150 million. Worldwide is according to Box Office Mojo, is doing pretty well with the foreign box office. That's 122 million so far, which puts its worldwide box office at 150 million, which is almost equal to its production budget. But of course, box office numbers and it's a little bit more complicated than that from what I know of, and this is getting boring. Yeah, I don't know if I'll try doing next box office numbers more detailed next week or not. It's something that's actually talking about it's pretty boring. Like, who cares? Who really cares? It made money, it didn't make money. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to do something. Maybe I'll try to do this impromptu sort of format at least a couple more times to see if I can get the ball running and actually start making video content on a regular basis. Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know. I'd like to do something more than what I've been doing. So, if you have any ideas, please let me know. Yeah, I don't end my video. I don't want to end my videos like other YouTube channels because it gets annoying. So, yeah. Yep. See you around.